Thank you for the honor to speak here on the FuelChoices Summit. Next year BMW is 100 years old, so then we are in the same club together with Ford and a couple of other companies, and this already indicates that this is really old business, and we are convinced that in the next 5 to 10 years there will definitely be more changes than in the last 100 years, which we are in profitable business. And we do not have to forget that we have a lot of employees, which we are responsible for, so positive business cases are relevant for us as well. So I would like to talk about digital services, which already gives an indication that we are talking about new businesses. I start as the other talkers about global trends, but I try to keep it short because you already heard a lot of that, which was presented in a very professional way. Then after that, I talk about the strategy number 1, which will lead us into the future, and then about the services we already start, and about the profitability which is behind this. So we already heard a lot of challenges. We had in the panel discussion the regulatory challenges, and we learned that our politicians always want everything, and yeah, we try our best to fulfill hundreds of laws which exist all over the globe. Sometimes they are in the same direction, sometimes unfortunately they are not. Therefore we are huge fans of unifying the laws in most parts of the world, which makes it a little easier for us to fulfill all these different crash, emission and safety laws and regulations which exist. Definitely our customers are very important because they pay the money for the services which we offer, and even they changed a lot. Today the younger people, and we already heard about sons and daughters here, they are their own brand, so branding in the future is a very interesting topic for us. Representing such a strong brand as BMW is, but when you have customers who collect different items, different products, different services and build their own brand, we definitely have to react on that as well. Yeah, the good old times when people bought cars, it was a very profitable business, to be honest, and the customers were very proud about the cars, but the moment leasing started and now sharing is in place, we have to think about new businesses, and customers are pretty challenging here, and you see the young guy and his laptop here. The car is in the back. He's still interested. They love cars, they love to drive, but from time to time, and they want to have intermodal flexibility, like our car sharing customers saying they don't have one car, they have 500 cars per city. And the cool thing with car sharing is that you can leave your car and someone else takes it, which is a huge ease in our customers' eyes. Intermodality was already mentioned here. We investigate into this field, and we do a lot of investments here with startups to really have a hassle-free and premium feeling for our customers to give them a good service. Yeah, a lot of OEMs on the one side, that's our world, and a lot of new companies, most of them just 10 or something years old, completely new, but therefore completely free in what they are doing. They can simply develop whatever they like. Some of them completely without assets, which is interesting for us, makes it very dangerous for their business models because others can copy these business models, and potentially on the left side or on the right side, the one or the another company will disappear in the near future. It will be very interesting for us to see which will disappear. But the important message here, it's not a question of either or. We have to do our businesses in the overlap. And here we are in the field of digital services, which will solve some of the issues which were already addressed here. Yeah, we heard electric cars is important. From our technology standpoint, we are open. We do a lot of investigation in the fuel cell car. We have a huge cooperation here, for example, with Toyota, and we saw the Japanese jobs here, what they want to do. Very interesting development. We never know which technology will be in place in the end. We think that from country to country, from circumstance to circumstance, we have to have a flexible response strategy here and offer fuel cell cars, offer normal ICE cars for different countries, and offer EVs. There will be not one unique technology which makes it all. It's always dependent from the regulatory, from the special situations in the countries, in the cities, and from customer behavior in the end. Yeah, cars will almost accident-free drive. We already did a lot here with our driver's assistance systems. You can buy a lot of them today already in our cars. There will be one huge step in the future from the regulatory side when it comes to who has the responsibility of a driving car. Is it the operator? Is it the manufacturer? Or is it the customer? Today it's pretty clear. It's the customer. He's driving the car. We provide technology which is not failing, but in the end, responsibilities with the customer. With autonomous driving, that's vice versa, and it will be a huge step to run into this direction. So strategy number one, we feel ourselves as the leading provider of premium products here, and in the future we want to be the leading provider of mobility services. Premium is very important for us. Premium means it works, it's affordable, it has a good quality, and it's cool. No? Customers love it. No? Like today, the smartphones. Customers love the smartphones as long as they do not get too complex. No? So the one or the other phone is already available, which is able to phone or send a message. No? And we have to be careful not to always add functions. It's always a question about the why. Why do customers want this? It's not only because of the functionality. No? It has to make sense. So our strategy is twofold. On the one, we have our revolutionary vehicles. We are strong believer of purpose-built vehicles, meaning when we build, for example, the BMW i3, that's not a conversion of a normal car. It's a totally new design. So it's a carbon structure to compensate the weight of the battery 100%, and the same will be with a fuel cell car. The cars will look different because from an engineering and technical standpoint it makes sense to really make purpose-built cars here. And on the other hand, new service models, and I will show you a couple of them right now. Sure, as an OEM, we come from car-enabled services. So what we did with our ConnectedDrive, all our cars are already connected to a backend, which provides more safety for our customers and more services. And we are happy that we started the telematic platforms 20 years ago, because it's not easy to have a worldwide fleet connected to a database. Or even to update software over the air. And we are happy that we learned a lot here in terms of customer value and security, which is a huge issue in connecting huge fleets. Then definitely our 360 electric offer to make it easier for our EV customers, because as we already learned, there are a couple of hassles beside the range, charging the cars and so on, installing infrastructure. Most of our customers, by the way, charge their cars at home, and with the today range, that's already enough for them. So public infrastructure, very important, but most of our customers today live with their home chargers, and here they need special services because putting a charger, especially in the United States, onto your house can cause problems. So we have to offer a 360 package here. Then next step for us is car-related services. Number one definitely is our DriveNow car sharing program. We do the same for corporates. We offer parking services, and we have a lot of investments in ChargeNet providers like ChargePoint and ChargeMaster. And we invest in other companies around peer-to-peer car sharing and parking industry. And definitely, this is what we learned from the politicians today too, intermodal services, which make it easier for the customers to shift between different forms of transportation. Yeah, DriveNow, in the meantime, in 9 cities, we have over 500,000 customers, and we are very happy that the system itself is profitable. So all our cities develop profit, which we immediately use to launch new cities, which is a new learning for us as well, which comes from the digital industry. They are all not profitable in our definition because they reinvest their money, let's say, in land grab. DriveNow works very well. A lot of connectivity was developed. You can open the DriveNow cars in the meantime by credit card, by the member card, or by the smartphone. All terms of entering a car are possible, and this is a huge advantage for our customers. They really love to run through the cities and make a spontaneous decision, or do their shopping at the weekend with a car, make a pre-reservation, or make a spontaneous decision to simply take these cars. Then DriveNow has another function for us because it gives a lot of accessibility to a huge amount of people who have no chance to drive electric cars today because they do not want to purchase them. So we have a huge amount of customers having their first experiences here with electric mobility. And like we heard from sons and daughters here from the speakers, definitely our DriveNow customers are very, very young. They are short above 30, which is for us an extremely young target group. And it's good when they get used with electric mobility, handling the whole thing and getting a good feeling for it. And they love the cars. From the reservation point of view, in our fleet management, we see that i3 cars are really a runner. People love to drive with them, and yeah, sometimes to show off with an EV. Same with corporations. Therefore, we have our own Alphabet, by the way. That's our fleet management company. Was founded 20 years before the other famous Alphabet company. And very important for us because a lot of cars today are in the B2B fleet business. And for us, it's very interesting to see huge EV fleets, how they develop in cooperations. To be honest, not an easy field for us because in fleets, normally only costs are the driver. A little bit sustainability for the companies, but this comes to a fast end when they have to pay for infrastructure and stuff like that. So therefore, fleets is a real test bed for us to be successful with EVs in corporate fleets. ParkNow, another service, definitely in cities, a lot of traffic is generated by searching for traffic spot. So yeah, that's a no-brainer that everybody needs in his navigation system, easy way to find the best, cheapest and available parking spot in the city. Extremely fragmented industry, so they are really family businesses up to huge parking companies, communities, all things you can imagine, and very, very difficult to get really one business solution with all these partners. So we have a lot of people working in here to solve parking issues for our customers and to reduce a huge amount of energy.